Hey, what is up, everybody? Michael Crump back here again, talking about the latest and the greatest in PlayStation homebrew news and much, much more. So, we will begin with a release from Illusion here, and this one is called PS4 Grand Theft Auto 5 Lotus SPRX release. And basically, what this is this is one of the mod menus that you can run on your PlayStation 4 for the game Grand Theft Auto 5, and it gives you all kinds of goodies. So if I scroll down the page here, there is just some usage instructions there, which is very typical if you've worked with some of these files before. And then the instructions just simply says to launch the game and load into the single player, and you should see a notification that the menu is loaded, and then press R1 and square to open the menu. So if you are into Grand Theft Auto 5 for the PlayStation 4, then you've got something new to play with. Next up, we have a release from Lappy, which is everybody's favorite homebrew developer, and it is Elden Ring Easy Mod Tool for Update 1.19. Now, he says right here, remember that you need the unmodified update to create or upgrade your save game. And there's a thanks here to backport, and there is the file, and that is what the tool looks like. Now, I do have a video that walks you through doing this step by step. If you want to take a look at that, it will definitely make things a little bit more easier. And then as of tomorrow, which will be August the 6th of 2024, we will be able to use the PlayStation VR2 app. And what it states here is that enjoy the VR games and apps on Steam with PlayStation VR2. So you installed the PSVR2 app to use the PSVR2 on your PC. And so this app will be released right here on August the 6th. Now, I will say that this is absolutely crucial that this app, or that Sony decided to make this VR headset compatible with the PC, was absolutely needed. And if they didn't do that, they were just going to continue to lose more and more of the market share. And, you know, especially with the VR2 having a pretty hefty price tag, that I believe recently just went down to $400. $400 is still a lot, especially, you know, when you could get like a MetaQuest. And then I know a lot of people is getting ready for Astrobot, or at least the new game that's coming out for the PlayStation 5. There is this brand new theme by Master, and it incorporates the brand new controller that they also just announced on their blogs, which I think it's just a really cool kind of design. So definitely check that out if you are into the themes. And then I had a quick wallpaper that I wanted to share with you that I really liked. This one was just a wallpaper for, you know, an iPhone, Android device. It just had PS5, so you might want to check that out if you like wallpapers. So I saw this post over here from Brutal Sam, and what it states is that Black Ops 6 is now been added to those that are using PSLAN that already have that set up for their jailbroken PS4s. And basically what this will allow you to do is to play online with other jailbroken PlayStation 4 users by acting as a bit of a local LAN in order for you to find matches and to play with one another. I covered this before, and I will add a link to the video in the description. Next up, what we have is we have a really cool web interface that was by this person right here, and it was called PPPwn or Luckfox devices. Now it says working on the Luckfox Pico Pro. It auto runs on the boot. It is the PPPoE server support. But the big feature here is that it had a web UI for configuring PPPwn, payload hosting, and running PPPwn from the browser. Now, it had support from 9 to 11 with the use of PSHand VTX, and there's this little video here And you can see if you go to the URL, you have this kind of dashboard here. You can go to the configuration file here and you see it has all the different firmwares. So you select which one that you need. You can change the timeout. You can even change the wait after pin in seconds. And then a few other options down here. And then you press update configuration and now go to run it. And then you are finally in. Now, the really cool thing about this is that this project is open source, and this was updated as of 11 hours ago. So definitely a really neat project to kind of keep an eye on. I know this is going to be something that I will be probably making the tutorial for. And I did want to mention FPKG because a lot of folks have been needing to download different updates or for their PlayStation 4 or 5 games. And I've seen a couple of ways that you can do it. And it looks like this may be a method that might be worth investing a little bit more time into. What it says here is that this is a simple curl-based tool for downloading official Sony PlayStation 4 and 5 game updates. It is available for Linux, Windows, all of that other good stuff. And you can even run this if you are behind a firewall. Now, it gives an example of how to get that. And again, here's an example for the PlayStation 5. So anyway, I did want to just kind of call that back to your attention if you were looking to do something like that. And then again, really the way that I keep up with at least all of John Tornblum's work is by this PS5 payload dev. And from here, you can see, right here, the last pushed updates was the SDK was updated yesterday. The web server was updated 2 days ago. And yeah, much, much more is kind of included in that. Definitely wanted to mention there has been a ton of folks talking about this emulator called shadPS4, or maybe that's not how you pronounce it. But basically, this is a PS4 emulator for Windows and for Linux. There's definitely this URL that you can go ahead and you can head over to learn more about it. But there's pretty interesting stuff here. So these are real big games that are running on the system. And yes, that does include Bloodborne, which is that's quite the accomplishment. So anyways, if you are interested in checking this out, I would definitely recommend it. And if you find something that you think may be worth a video that I cover, then definitely let me know in the comments. I'm watching it right now from kind of afar, but now that I'm starting to see Bloodborne, it makes me actually want to pay it a little bit more attention, especially as a lot of the PS5 stuff is just now kicking up again. And then finally, I had a fun video that I posted on my other gaming pickups channel, and it was talking about our game disc for current generation consoles, even worth it. So for example, a game that shipped really badly like Cyberpunk, at least version 1.0, this disc is absolutely not going to be playable without getting a patch. So if you're collecting for these current generation systems, is it even going to be worth it if you ever have to rely on them? Who knows? Anyway, thank you so very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Michael